2025. It is now 4:30. The meeting will begin. Can you please stand for the Pledge of
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you, Commissioner.
Talmadge.
Here.
Kubaki.
Here.
Mosley Shelton.
Here.
Myricks.
Here.
Poppridge.
Here, for the record, all present here. Number 3, declaration of conflict of interest. And number 4.
Receive.
Okay, thank you. Number 5, meeting January 2025 and February 2025.
Mr. President, if there are no corrections on the minutes for the Hammond Redevelopment Commission, I'd like to make a motion for the approval of January 21st, 2025 and February 4th, 2025. Second.
Okay, motion's been made by Commissioner Thomas. 21st, 2025 and February 4th. If there's no corrections or any discussion on these minutes as presented, and roll call, please.
Talmadge.
Yes.
Kubaki.
Yes.
Mosley Shelton.
Yes.
Myricks.
Yes.
Poppridge.
5 yes. All right, number 6, Indiana Department of Transportation Permit Section Consultant Consent Form.
If I can be helpful, Ms. Taylor asked if she could go ahead and sign off on the consultant selection form. This is for coordinating with the new Starbucks on Calumet Avenue south of 165th so that they can coordinate with the Indiana Department of Transportation. So we're the current property. We needed NDOT coordinating with them on access and other matters, and so we're asking that you ratify Ann's signature on the document.
Yeah, I don't have any objections. It makes sense. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. President, there's no further questions, so I'd like to make a motion for the ratification of Indiana Department of Transportation Permit Section Consultant Consent Form.
Who second? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't hear you. Okay, Commissioner Tomage, let's have a roll call, please.
Talmadge.
Yes.
Kubaki.
Yes.
Mosley Shelton.
Yes.
Myricks.
Yes.
Poppridge.
Yes, motion passed. Number 7, an authorization for proposals for the Street.
Mr. President, there's no further questions. I'd like to make a motion for the authorization to advertise a request for proposals for the sale of real estate, property commonly known as 6125 Nobles.
Second.
We have a motion then by Myricks, I think second by Mr. Kabaki. Let's have a roll call then.
Talmadge.
Yes.
Kubaki.
Yes.
Mosley Shelton.
Yes.
Myricks.
Yes.
Poppridge.
Yes, motion passes 5 yes.
Mr. President, could we note the address would be 6125 Noble Avenue, not street?
Okay.
So noted.
All right,
Thank you, Mr. Poland.
thank you. All right, number 8 is an approval of real estate lease between Hammond Redevelopment Committee for 25 Avenue.
the lease in front of you allows Cal College to create some accessible green space, exercise, recreational amenities, along with a bike path. I don't see Exhibit A attached to my copy at least, but it's a recreational area that is adjacent to the college. The terms of what you have before you is a $500 per lease. They're going to invest a minimum of $25,000 of improvement. At some point, we're also pursuing a Section 7, allowing them a right of first refusal to purchase the property in the future, which would, if they elect to do that, the purchase price would be the average of 2 appraisals, which we'd be required to sell at.
And that's what we've done in the past for that.
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. President, if there are no further questions, I'd like to make a motion for the approval of real estate lease between the Hammond Redevelopment Commission and Calumet College of St. Joseph, Inc. for 2512 New York Avenue.
Second.
Okay, second by Commissioner Kabaki. Let's have a roll call then, please.
Tomich,
Yes.
Kabaki?
Yes.
Mosley Shelton?
Yes.
Myricks?
Yes.
Hopper?
Yes. Okay. Going to come back to that. We're going to do number 10 on the agenda. So, compliance for Starbucks, 538 Calumet Avenue, and the Calumet Avenue sub-area expansion area of the Gateways redevelopment area.
Good evening. My name is Warren. We're the civil engineer for this project. You mentioned earlier, the project we're discussing today is currently owned by the City of Hammond Redevelopment Commission. It's composed of 5 different parcels that make up about 64 acres in the general commercial district zoning district, located at 6538 Calumet Avenue. I'm of U.S. Federal. They were unable to be here tonight. I think they are any specific questions for them, but they are the developer and land purchaser for this project. The end user and end tenant will be Starbucks Coffee Shop. I guess just to go into this project includes the is vacant. It consists of pavement and open grass. But we are proposing to put in a 2,100 square foot Starbucks coffee shop, which would include a drive-through drive-through lane for customers to utilize, parking lot improvements, utility connections, and stormwater management. Currently has 2 access points off of Calumet Avenue. We've been coordinating with INDOT. We will be reducing that down to 1 driveway access off of Calumet. The total expected investment for this is just around the standard Starbucks are 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. They anticipate that this will bring roughly around 20 to 25 employees, with 4 to 5 employees working per. I guess briefly about like the site plan. The parking include, as we mentioned earlier, that up to 15 stacking cars for the drive-through lane. We are also proposing 21 parking spots, 20 standard spaces, and 1 ADA space. I don't think that there's anything else that is like really necessary for me to bring up. I have the architect, Jason Stucker, HG Architecture, who I believe should be online as well in case there are any questions in regards to the architecture or facade. But this is a standard prototypical Starbucks building, so most of these are the standard prototype. With that, I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Oh, I think we're okay. We have your letter and everything here in the packet, and we'll turn it over to Mr. Brian
staff?
Pullen to give
Okay.
his overview. And
Okay.
I probably will have one question. I don't know if it'll be for Brian or city engineer. So when they're traveling northbound on Calumet, will they still be able to turn left in here since this will be on the west side of the street?
So generally that turn movement is available. I think there's a double yellow, right? So that's not something that normally is permitted in normal pavement markings, but in this case, we're far enough away from the intersection. Should not be a problem.
Okay.
Yes, it's intended to be a full access for northbound traffic as well.
And NDOT will permit it as such. Thank you.
Well, one thing that comes, usually in the mornings, a lot of people will be traveling north to go to work, usually more than south, so I think you'll have a little heavier traffic flow north. So brought up a little concern, and if they're easy, I think it's a win-win then. Yeah, but if they're on Calumet Avenue. So.
We have also done a traffic study. It was part of our requirement as working with NDOT. So our traffic team has prepared just a traffic study to make sure that the intersection is not too congested. So that's currently under review with NDOT right now.
And as Alexa mentioned, there's room for 15-car stack, which if you've been on any other business on
Yeah.
Calumet Avenue or Indianapolis Boulevard, that's a lot more stacking than you normally see at, say, Dunkin' Donuts, for example, where at times those cars,
Sure.
sort of pour out into the street, right? This prevents that from happening by allowing so much stack.
Okay. Thank you, that's all I have. I'll bring up Mr. Brian Pullen for his overview of the project.
I was waiting my turn. I'm sure everybody realizes this will be our third Starbucks, so I'm sure everybody who drinks coffee are happy. One of the things that, just to point out for the record, they are talking about a $2 million investment in Hammond, so I think that's very important to note for the record. At this stage, of course, we're still working through all of the technical details, but one of the things that Alexa had said is that the building is going to be designed in the standard Starbucks format, and just for the record, it is talking about a gray brick veneer with some charcoal gray ephes and some wood claddings. So I think everybody should be familiar with what the standard prototype materials that Starbucks uses. One of the things that we are, besides the technical stuff, we are talking about the traffic flow, as was discussed by the city engineer, making sure the parking is appropriate. Those things are still moving along quite well. I think there's a few more questions we yet need to work out with Alexa and her team. Staff Development Commission determined that the proposed Starbucks through at 6538 Calumet Avenue is in compliance with the redevelopment plan for Calumet Avenue sub-area expansion area of the Gateways redevelopment area, subject to 1, the completion of the submission to NDOT and NDOT's final approval. 2, combination of the parcels into one parcel with a single tax ID number. 3, confirmation of the conditional use and developmental variances and approval for the BZA should they become necessary. and the final technical approval from the various departments that are still outstanding.
There used to be a building there, it was had a fish
Bowling,
market.
bowling alley, wasn't it?
No, it was a fish, wasn't it a restaurant?
There was a seafood fish place that was on the
Right.
property.
It was a
Something
fish
good.
place right next to it.
It was something good, fish place.
Yes, yes, something good.
Love it. Can't remember the name of it, but it's been about 20 years since it's.
It's been quite a few years since it's been gone.
No, I'm excited over it. It's, items and, you know, mostly beverage, but it's good to see an investment like this.
Growth into the city.
Anybody want to entertain a motion? Just kind of read off the recommendation there.
Yeah. Mr. President, there's no further questions or discussions. I'd like to make a motion that the staff recommended that the redevelopment commission determination that the proposed Starbucks building drive-through at 65 38 Canyon Avenue is in compliance with the redevelopment plan for Canyon Avenue sub-area expansion area, gateways redevelopment area plan subject to, number one, completion of submission to NDOT, NDOT's final approval of the site plan. Two, combination of parcels, one parcel with a single tax ID number. Three, confirmation of conditional use of development, variances and approval from the BZA. And four, final technical approval from the various departments.
Who's second? I'm sorry. Okay. Thank you. Motion then's been made by Commissioner Myricks. Second. If there's no further for Mr. Poland, then roll call, please.
Talmadge,
Yes.
Kubaki,
Yes.
Mosley Shelton,
Yes.
Myrick,
Yes.
Poppert.
Yes, motion passed. Thank you, Commissioners. We're going to move back to 9. Number 9 is a determination of compliance with light industrial building, 8 Sherman Street, in the south expansion area of the Hammond Central Redevelopment.
Hi.
I guess build a 2-unit industrial building on 2108 Sherman. I purchased that property in November of last year, and I look to build that and house part of my business that I currently have in Joliet. I'm looking to expand out into Northwest Indiana and test the waters out this way to see if there's possibility for me to make some inroads with my business.
Can you,
Ricardo?
okay.
I don't remember if it stated what your intended purposes was. You just said your business.
Mine is my business, so it would be, one of the units would be occupied by myself, and the other unit I'm looking to lease out for anyone that's looking for space.
Okay, thank you.
I don't have anything. I just be good for business in that area.
Mr. President, if there's no further questions, or,
Wait for, you want to just,
I'm sorry.
I think Mr. Novak has a word or two that
Yeah.
you may want to.
Yeah, Mr. Novak has been just great to work with.
Well, and he's been very patient with everyone that we've asked. So, yeah, of compliance, and the super familiar with that area. 120 years ago, standard plan, weird mix of, because it's so industrial, filling in with industry, right? So, purchased the house, or well, and he purchased it here. So, in this area, You know, it is a 400,000 that there. He's not sure in the small business needs just a small office. So each unit be open floor plan for storage with an overhead door. It's a make sure some vinyl siding on metal wainscot sides. We made sure that the park is facing parking is on the side. We tried to meet that condition of the redevelopment plan. So we've been here to the basic changes. We have to still just want to know it's not going to be a full detect cattails, so you guys know. He is going to take down dilapidated. But I think investment in a part of the city, that investment long. You told me that your neighbor.
Yes, his name is Robert.
Yeah, so we're hoping to inspire. I know you're interested in picking. Yeah, he's in. This works out. If I pick up some. Yeah. Yeah, if anyone has.
Were the residents in the area surveyed on their opinion of the new business coming in?
But have you, there's only.
Just
There.
Robert next door.
Yeah, so he's.
The one house is abandoned next door.
Yeah. And that's kind of the problem. Flux. There's some abandoned, some occupied, but they're tied to businesses that the people, you know, also own next door to their house.
And the whole front is all empty lots.
Yeah, yeah. So there's all empty lots. So the hope is, you know, they right to their driveway. It's kind of a straight shot, and the other is going to take over the buddy who maybe goes. I mean, the hope is that it's just people who go in the morning, maybe grab their stuff, or come back. So, you know, we don't great truck traffic or anything like that, right? Okay.
No, like you said, resident. All right, then, anything else you'd like to add, Tom?
Oh, well, I'll read the recommendation for you guys.
Okay.
So those 2-unit light industrial building compliant subject to tech final from the various departments.
Second.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Lanzano. Back.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
you, everyone.
All right. Myrick, second by Commissioner. If there's no further questions on this project, roll call.
Tomich?
Yes.
Kubaki?
Yes.
Mosley Shelton?
Yes.
Myrick? Yes. Poppers?
Okay, number 11 is bills.
Mr. President, if there's no questions or corrections to the bills, the register of claims, I make a motion that the claims be approved for, beginning with claims dated 1/30/25 and ending with claims dated 2/14/25, claims number R66741 through R66850 inclusive.
Okay, motion's been made by Commissioner Tomich, second by Commissioner. That's the Register of Claims dated for January 3rd, 2025, claim R41 through claim R66850. Is there any items for staff? Okay, then Cynthia, roll call, please.
Tomich,
Yes.
Kubaki,
Yes.
Mosley Shelton,
Yes.
Myrick,
Yes.
Poppers.
Yeah. Okay, number 12. Cynthia, Karen, would you like to share anything since Ms. Taylor make it tonight?
The only thing I have is the Disabilities Awards Breakfast is Thursday, March 20th at the Dynasty. If anybody would like tickets, they can call our office. Tickets are free.
What was the date again, Cynthia?
March 20th?
Okay.
Don't forget 219 Day. On the 22nd.
The Saturday, February 22nd is 219 Day at the Hammond Civic Center.
Yes, thank you. That's Las Vegas. All right. Okay, then we'll move along then. Number 13, there's new and unfinished business. We have one item tonight.
Thank you. Good evening. This is a request by our consultant, is helping us manage the expansion of the Sportsplex. About 3 weeks ago, a number of bids. This request is to award the demolition portion of the work to National Wrecking Company, who was found to be the low, responsive, and responsible bidder for the demolition work. Next time I'll come and bring a number of these requests to you, but we're not ready to award the other portions of the work. But this is critical to the schedule that we want to be able to keep this project moving forward. The goal is to have the Sportsplex operational by late October, early November. And so that's the reason for bringing this to you at the last minute, and I apologize for that. Of irregularities in the bid, asking that you waive those irregularities, that that the work, the value, and the price that we received from the low bidder was a responsive bidder, and so we'd ask for your approval. Award the contract for demolition for the Hammond renovation project to National Wrecking Company in the amount of $294,000. And I'll take any questions you might have.
Exactly what I demolished.
Yeah. Taken down or removed building. For example, in the right, that's going to be converted into basketball and volleyball courts. Underneath the current soccer, there is nothing to be removed, but around the perimeter and the center concourse, for example, is that are too high to build the floor on. So the concrete walkways are going to be removed, and then they'll be rebuilt at the proper elevation to lay the new hardwood floor down. That's just an example of some of the, there work that needs to be done. There's for example, in the same area where the soccer play is now, that will be converted to volleyball and basketball, there's locker rooms going in. Those that floor to be demolished in order to construct a new wall for those future locker rooms. So it's a myriad of work that's going in and around the building. That's really the nature of it.
Mr. President, if there's no further questions or discussion, I'd like to make a motion for the approval of the,
Award.
I'm sorry,
We're awarding
awarding,
the contract.
I'm gonna let you say it, then we can say something.
There you go. To award demolition for the Hammond Sports Playground to National Wrecking Company in the amount of $294,000.
So moved.
Second.
Okay. The engineer, Dean Button.
Thank you.
We have a motion that has been made by Mr. Tomage. There's no further.
Tomage,
Yes.
Kubaki,
Yes.
Mosley Shelton,
Yes.
Myricks,
Yes.
Pupbridge.
Yes, motion passes with 5 yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, number 4, comment. Public comment is open. Public comment is open. If you'd like to come speak, we usually give you 3 minutes to do so.
Hi, I'm Brian Lowry from Kelly McCall. And on behalf of the college and the neighbors who will benefit from the project you just approved, I wanted to express my gratitude to the commissioners, to Ms. Taylor, to Mr. Westland, to Mr. Poland, and all the other staff members who helped shepherd this through. So thank you very much. Look forward to making you proud.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking the time to come out. We do appreciate that.
Absolutely.
All right, anybody else like to come forward and speak? All right, then public comment is closed. Public comment is closed. 15.
Mr. President, I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
We have all